Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Lokal Lifestyle, where we do all things DIY and home decor content. Don't ask me what I'm doing with the gang signs. This week I have a mini kitchen makeover for you guys, which I did in my previous apartment, cottage apartment in Durban. I have since moved back to Cape Town, but more on that and details later. Maybe I might do a get to know me video at some point. So this was a few months ago, but then in between the move and me transporting footage from one PC to another, I lost quite a bit of the footage, but I did try and piece together something to show you guys how I basically transformed my previous kitchen into what it currently is, because I think my landlord actually ended up keeping it the way that it was because she really liked it. And so yeah, that's basically what I'm showing you guys now. And I didn't shoot an intro for that, unfortunately, which is why I'm doing the intro now in future 2021 self, but the footage is from 2020. I hope that you guys can make sense of what I kind of like put together on there, but there will be a voiceover. Cool, so not to waste any further time, let's get straight into my mini kitchen makeover. Hope you enjoy it. Cool guys, voiceover Lorna over here. So first things first, I basically prepped my space, or rather prepped the cupboards by removing every single item that was inside the cupboards so that I could paint the inside, the outside, the doors, every single brown place, just to get rid of that weird dark brown. Okay, maybe not weird because somebody else might like that color, but I definitely didn't. And don't mind the mess on the back of my wall. That was a DIY gone wrong. I was trying to create my own backsplash by using paint on a wall. Didn't work out, as you can see over here. There's a lot of peeling paint. Things didn't work out, so I'm going to basically be painting over that in the same color that I'm going to be painting the kitchen cupboards. The paint that I use, I think it was Plascon or Dulux. This is like a tub of paint that my landlord had left over, and then she said that I could use it. It was wall paint, I think a satin finish, which is basically not a gloss but also not matte, but just a nice in between paint or color, so it's also quite easy to clean. And then here what I'm doing is I'm removing those adhesive wall hooks, and then I'm giving that just a nice sand with sandpaper, just to remove the remaining adhesive or any sort of like stuck on, pieces from the actual wall hook. And then after I'm done with that, I gave the cupboards a nice wipe down with some handy Andy and a sponge, just to give them a nice wash down, to make sure that I remove any residue and any dirt or dust that is basically stuck onto there. So I do all the doors, the inside of the cupboards and the bottom, and yeah, just basically everywhere. And I also got this liquid sugar water that I got from Builder's Warehouse. They said it's like a really nice spray or water-based product that is great for cleaning any oil-based products or dirt from, I guess, kitchen cabinets. So that's what I used. And it's nice. It's always a good idea to basically have ventilation. Make sure that you have a mask on, and also I think you should also have gloves, which I was very naughty because I didn't have gloves on. Then overnight what I did is I put a first layer of primer just as a test, and I did run out of battery, so I just got started in the evening just before I slept. A lot of the research and YouTube videos that I watched said that it's always a great idea when painting kitchen cabinets or cupboards, whatever you want to call them, to make sure that you sand in between the paint so that you remove any so that you remove any excess paint that has dried in weird places, just to make sure that your paint sits well, and also to make sure that you have like a very smooth finish. And there I'm continuing with some primer. I let that dry, I think for about a few hours actually. I just wanted to make sure, because this was my first time painting kitchen cabinets, and I used rollers, a foam roller, small ones that I also got at Pick n Pay or Builder's Warehouse, can't remember, and then also paint brushes just to get in between the little nook and crannies that the foam roller couldn't get in. And there I am painting over. I think I gave these cupboards 2 coats of primer because I just wanted to be sure that this first coat, second, third, fourth coat of actual paint does actually adhere to it and actually sticks onto the cabinets. So I painted the bottom cabinets black and then the top cabinet white, as you can see. And then now I'm going to add what you call a backsplash, which is basically that back part behind my tap. And then I'll add these. I got these at Take A Lot, pack of 24, and they're 15 by 15 centimeters. So I don't know if they're all gonna fit the entire wall, but I'm hoping that they do. So I'm going to first, what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to sand the wall down because it's got a few sort of like grooves, and I want to make sure that the stickers are like literally flat on the wall. I've already stuck one over there just as a test. I'm not going to remove it, obviously I'm going to keep it there, but that was just like a test that I did last night. I don't know why this thing doesn't want to focus. So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so got my sanding paper, and also I painted that section as well while I was in the same color that I painted the wall. It doesn't look the same on camera, but it's actually the same color. And then after painting different coats, and then now I'm just going to sand to get rid of like the bumps and the paint that just dried in like weird places so that we have a smooth surface. Let's get into it. So literally, you want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Just sanding. And so as mentioned, I basically give the wall, similar thing I'll do to the cupboards, give them a nice sanding between each coat, once it's dry obviously. And then once I'm done with that, I'll just give it a nice wipe down. And then we're just gonna wait until it dries, the wall I mean, and we're gonna start sticking. So this is ensure that everything I do is straight. Everything I do is straight. Bring it up, one pencil up. And then here what I've grabbed is my spirit level. I remember this from film school because our tripods, this was the first time I learned about a spirit level, was when we basically wanted to make sure that our tripods are standing straight, and so that you can make sure that your camera is in position and it's not wobbly or standing in a weird position. So the spirit level is a nice guide to make sure that everything is straight. And yeah, so this is basically the exact same principle, is to make sure that all my lines are straight and that I position all those tiles in like a straight line and they're all aligned next to each other from top to bottom, side by side. What's nice about these Tilevera tiles is that they all come in different designs, even though they all come in one pack. But the nice thing is that they all have one color, so they've got different designs, different colors to choose from on Take A Lot. But I really like this black and white one, and I really like the fact that it also doesn't come in like one continuous design, but rather different shapes and different, you know, patterns, but all in one color. So it still kind of all looks seamless, but then it's just like got a little bit of character and it's different. And then what I used to do to stick this down is that I'll take off the backing as I rub down with like a moist cloth, and this is what I used here. You can use like a bank card, you can use a squidgy thing, or you can use, you know, a microfiber cloth, just to make sure that everything is just like stuck down properly. And you just want to do this very slowly. You want to take your time with it. You don't want to do it in a rush, because then a lot can happen. Like, because once you've stuck something on, you basically can't remove it and then do it again. Otherwise the adhesive will kind of not work properly. So take your time with it, which is what I did. This is what I did overnight. And I had some music on. Don't mind the dirty dishes, but this is how far I got last night. There are a few sort of like little sections at the edges that I just need to figure out like what I'm going to do with it, but I'm thinking I'm going to use crack filler thing. I'm actually going to use this for another DIY, but I think I'm actually going to mix this up and then use this to kind of like create like a, I forgot what they call that thing. So I'm going to do like the edges maybe with that and see if that works, like at the top and at the bottom here, and then the top there, just between where the wall and the cabinets meet. So that's what I'm going to do on there. Oh, I still need to put on some knobs on here. I spray painted them gold. I'm going to show you guys what they look like. So I took these knobs, which were basically the same color as the cabinets. Will this thing focus? Yeah, so the same color as the cabinets, and I basically took them and I spray painted them gold. So the spray paint I use, this brand. So I used metallic gold, metallic rich pale gold. I think works perfectly against the black and white. The knobs, the cupboard knobs, were all the same color as the cupboards. So what I did is I spray painted them, as I've mentioned, and I think 4 coats of the actual paint, because I wanted to make sure that it literally has full coverage and that the cupboards are as white as can be. And here's the before and the final reveal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that just as much as I did. If you do have any questions, please make sure to drop them in the comments down below. I will make sure to link every single item that I used, from peel and stick tiles, where I got them. I don't know if I mentioned in the video, but I did ask for permission. So it's always very important to ask for permission from your landlord first before you do any changes, especially those that are permanent. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers. Don't forget to press the notification bell to be informed every time I post a video, and to those that have not yet subscribed, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up, because that really helps my channel. And also just don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know every time I post a video. Guys, I will chat to you guys pretty soon, and ciao for now. Really enjoyed that. No. Don't be naughty. Down below, and I'll make sure to get back to you. And